Welcome to this look at a load of very cool new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, we have new mods, we have some updates. The map Frauenstetten by Yogi and the map Hagenstedt by DH Modding have both had updates. Neither of them say if they need a new save game or not. The JCB TM420S by Ross N Mods and the Mascio Gaspardo Toro Isotronic by SMI modding team Mascio Gaspardo have all had updates. So on with the mods. I'm going to start with these. We have got the STIHL MS661C by Cashdown18, 8.79 megabytes download. Now it says there are two versions of this. It depends if I've got them. There we go. Listen to it. Slightly different sounds. Do the next one. Hang on. You can definitely tell. Definitely different sounds. So turn those off. But then we've got this here, and we come down to our chain storage. That's where you find. So there you go, MS661C, and then this one here, MS661C ported. So those are the two different versions. But I was looking elsewhere for something else, and under miscellaneous, I found that. And I thought, oh, that's curious. So it's the same mod, 661C, not the ported. So I bought one. And now that appeared out where your vehicles and machinery would. And as far as I can tell, it's just decorative because you can pick it up, you can move it around, but it's not like you don't like enter vehicle or normally you would press L3 to pick up your chainsaw or put it down if you're storing it. So there seems to be a decorative version of it as well as the two other versions. There you go. The STIHL MS661C. Next we've got this, the Small Red Brick House by Dymitri, 12.86 megabytes download, 15 slots, 25,000 to purchase. Next to that, we've got the Polish House. That's by Roger, 30.52 megabytes download, 50 slots, 70,000 to buy, and that one you can go inside. So this one on the outside, both of these you find under build mode and farmhouses. There are no customization options on them at all. You come as you are. So sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger on the outside on this one. This one, we come onto the inside. In here, these doors all open and close and whatnot. This one, we can go up into the old attic if we want to. Open the door. That's quite cool. I like that as a feature. So attic, the top door opens as well. So if you wanted to, I don't know, throw small bales up here or things, I'm not sure what, but you can. Let's go back up and close that behind us. There we go. Close that door. So if we open this one, that's a nice bit of detail. Go around through the back here. This is where we've got our sleep and wardrobe trigger in the back bedroom. Like I say, I have opened all these doors already, come through here. So we've got sort of living room, dining room, office, space in the house. Light switches as well. That might be the outside light actually. Yeah, outside light, and then inside lights are inside, surprisingly. So there we go, that's both of those. Next we've got these. This is the object storage package. This is by NOP82 No Modding, 1.81 megabyte download, 4 slots each, 5,000 and 2,000, 5,000, 2,000. One holds 250 items, one holds 150 items, and they will both do bales and pallets. I've double checked this one. Putting in, done here. Click over there for your taking out, which there's nothing in there at the moment, and then the stuff will come out here. As you can see with this one here, we've got a bale and a pallet in there, and then we come to there, click on whichever one we want, do that, and out comes your stuff. Nice and straightforward. These you'll find under build mode and sheds, not under silos. So we come right to the bottom on the sheds. There we go, 2,000 and 5,000 for both of those. Next we've got, this is a curious one. The description says about using these in barns and attics. I know we get some like roofs on sheds and top bits where you've got big sort of openings, but I don't know how you would get the stuff in and out. It's a curious one. Anyway, so these are grain boxes. 1.9 megabytes download by A2 OK. 1s and 3s in the slot count. if we go into our build mode and we go to our silos, there are quite a lot of these, all different capacities. I've only got 2 out. So that one there, 12,000 litres, 7,000 litres, 27,000 litres. And you see the price, dirt cheap. And same with these as well. So 10,000, 14.5, 23, 16, 26, 26, 38. So you can see, and the sizes aren't much different either. So place them wherever you want to. And then as far as crops go, they will take multiples up to a total of that. Putting in and taking out, there are triggers, as you can see, in both. So if I back up now, it should give me the option start filling. So I've got a wheat and we've got canola in that one. So if I do the canola, if I take some of the canola or all the canola out, what's interesting is what's just left in there is wheat. However, the canola has, I've sort of overwritten it. The same with this one here. I've put what did I put in this one? Can't remember. Oh, corn. So I've got corn in that one. Now it depends. I think it seems to be the last thing in. There you go. There you go. So that's. So it depends what look you want from it, I guess. And that one should just have should just have wheat in it, but it's showing the canola thing. Yeah, it's weird how it's just overwritten it. But anyway, yeah. So you can place those wherever you want. So I mean they're very, very cheap, affordable grain storages. And you'll see if I click on that now what we can put in here. So wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybean, corn, back to wheat again. So they're not multi-fruits, the main crop types, but pretty handy. And I say you'll be able to find all sorts of places to put them, nooks and crannies and stuff like that. I mean, you could have one for each crop type if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. So there we go. That's the grain boxes. Next, we've got the chicken house by Adub Modding ABP team. 0.95 megabytes download. 1 slot, 400 to buy. Build mode and others. This is a decorative item. There's no chickens in it. It's just a you can place. Yeah. We come down to here. Go across to our it was others. I'm sure it was others. There you go. Just there for 400. No customization options. It comes as it is, like so. Again, nice and straightforward. Next we have got, where did I put it? Oh, right behind me. Look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing. This is the John Deere HDS 9184M by Bartson V3, 1.08 megabytes download and 2 slots. You might recognise it. If we come down here to our miscellaneous, it is a John Deere version of that, basically, in essence. 4,500, a little bit more expensive because you're paying for the John Deere name, I would imagine. Once bought and purchased, you can start it up and push it around like you can with all the other ones. So it's mobile, you can place it wherever you want. So if you are a John Deere fan and you want to have a specific branded version, you can click on it. It does the whooshing of the jets, which is what you want for a jet whoosh. Next we have got, I'm going to show you in here, yes, weights. So we've got these. This is the Lizard FOP weight by VuleX, 3.29 megabytes download. They're 2 slots each and there are 3 of them. 450 kilo, 750 kilo and 1000 kilo. There's no options on any of them. They come just as they are, no colour options, anything like that. And they're labelled nice and clearly which each one is, so you can see when you're driving up to pick them up. Again, nice and straightforward. Right, come off there, and we need to go over that direction somewhere. To this. This is the 1,000 litre diesel tank. It's by Duysens-Agri. 2.4 megabyte download and 2 slots. You will find this. Was this one under miscellaneous? Please tell me it was. Yes, it was. Just there. No options. Comes just like that. 1,000 litre. So if you need a mobile diesel tank, we can open the cover like so, which does that. So for a bit more realism, and you're going to be pumping fuel when you get to wherever you're going, you can do that. Battery on there for the pump as well, which is quite cool. Nice little option. Then we've got L1, we can raise and lower, we can tilt, or we can do it L1 and circle. So you can attach it now. This comes, I don't know if you can tell up the top, when you press triangle, you've got 2 things on the back. So this actually comes with fast coupler. So the fast coupler is built into it. So if I detach the fast coupler now, You've got your separate fast coupler and you've got your box. So yeah, that's all part of it, the fast coupler, and I didn't say that in the thing actually, did I? Yeah, there you go. It says plus fast coupler. When you swing around there, you can see it just there. So fast coupler included. Awesome. 1,000 litre diesel tank. Job done. Next, we come over to here. We've got the Kinnan Stalk roller. This is 4.3 megabytes download by JHHG modding, as is the next mod, also by JHHG modding, also a Kinnan, but we'll get into that in a minute. So 4.3 megabyte download, 4 slots, 6.3 meters wide. Now, it does say in the description for this that this works, well, this has a required mod. When I clicked on that, it downloaded the John Deere AR series as well, because this will only work on a specific set of John Deere tractors, and they are listed in the mod description. There's quite a few, but it did download automatically the AR to be able to use this, and it attaches on the front. But it also says in the description this works best on maps where you've got destructible stubble, when you've got stubble on fields that can be damaged or destroyed, because that's kind of what it's designed to do. This is because when you've got stalk, normally corn stalks and stuff like that, left behind after harvest, and you might be going over doing other work, you can actually puncture tyres. Corn stalks, well, stubble stalks generally can cause all sorts of damage. So what we're going to do is we lower it. Let's go back to the front. Lower roller, which doesn't actually put it quite down to the ground, which is curious considering it's designed for this tractor. That being said, this tractor does have the option for raising and lowering its front end. So if I lower the front end, I'm as low as I can go now, and I can't get that any lower. And it's not actually on here doing anything, but what it did do something is if I brake, see that? When it dips to the ground, and if I back up a bit, you can see where it's actually done something to the stubble. So the stubble in front of the tyres, but I can't find an option to get that to raise and lower the actual stomper itself anymore. I've got lift roller, that up and down just does the front of the tractor, again, which is what it's designed to do. As far as I can tell, it's attached in the correct place. Like I say, this is the tractor that downloaded automatically. But anyway, that's what it does. It's a stalk stomper for doing that. And like I say, it does say it works best on maps where where you have got destructible stubble. So that's that. Next, we've got this on the back, and this is an interesting bit of kit as well. I know they exist in real life. It's a bit bonkers though. This is the KinnanFAB Fab Big Burn. 13.45 megabytes download, 7 slots, 12.2 meters wide. Now you fill this with herbicide because it is a weeder. So you're going to be doing your weeding as you normally would do. Now these weeds unfortunately have been here for ages, and I don't know if they've already been got rid of, but it didn't do anything for these weeds. I think you need to have fresher weeds, to be fair. I didn't even show where you'd find those, did I? The stalk stomper was there you go. Stalk roller, 6,900, no options, it comes just as it is. And then if we come out of there and we go up to our weeders, which are just there, that's where you find this, the Big Burn, 55 grand, 250 horsepower required, and it will take your herbicidage. This one, we've got support wheels, yes or no. I think I went support wheels. Yes, I've got support wheels. So we turn it on. So now it's turned on. When we lower it, watch the gas jets. It's in the front one. Turn that on. Oh, hang on a minute. I just realised what I might have done with the front one. Lower this. Look. See the burners? So that would normally be getting rid of weeds between your crops. So it's got these burners. So we're basically burning the weeds. As I say, my weeds are dead, they're not, you know, but you can see what it's designed to do. Just realised what I might have done wrong on the front. There you go. That's what that does. Nice animation. Nice bit of kit. I love that. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before, not in game. What I forgot to do on the front. Let's switch back to the front. Lower roller. I didn't turn it on. Turn on roller? Did that make any difference at all? No, it didn't seem to, did it? No, still don't seem to be working when I'm doing. I wondered whether or not when I turned it on, did it drop a little bit further, but it doesn't. But there you go. That's that, and that's yeah, the Kinnan stuff by JHHG Modding. Next, we've got all of these. Now, I mean, no disrespect to the modder on this whatsoever. This pack is a mod review in its own right, and it is absolutely insane. Personally, the most important bits out of this pack are these front three. Easy peasy beans and spinach. That's what we're going to call it. Because this pack comes with all of this. This is the Titan Harvester Pack by FFMT StormNL. I think it was NL. And there's a lot in this pack. There's a lot going on. I'm not going to go through all the colour options and everything and that kind of thing. You'll get the idea as we go. What I will say is there's a couple of little bits here and there where you've got choices for your colours. As you can see, these aren't the standard colours they come in, so you've got a customization option for that. It does talk about in the description for this about using the colour configuration was done so people can choose their own paint job for their machines. Cool. It does say capacity was changed so you can do stuff on big maps with big fields. Then right at the very bottom of the description it says FS25 unlimited colour configurations. It says, so I recommend using the mod unlimited colour configurations to make it work with colours and get more options, which you can do. I found the metallics didn't work very well on any of them. Tyres or wheels rims you could get metallics, but I was trying to do metallics on some of the others and that wouldn't work. But also you've got all the colours you can change, but then there are some colours from the original one that stayed the same. Little bits you couldn't adjust. Like the bit under there stayed the green of Oxbow, and the top of there, the little bit of green. So if you've picked a colour scheme like this one, I was going for a colour scheme, but then it left bits on the steps and things that you couldn't actually change the colour of. This one, the header, for example, you could change all the stuff on the CLAAS harvester, and you could do all the stuff on the header apart from this bar, which remained in the CLAAS green. That couldn't change. So it was kind of, there's sort of bits here and there. So what I will say is, oh, actually, we'll go in. I'm going to have to try and get it all done anyway. So under harvesters, there's a lot going on. So we come down to here. Then we've got the Election 8900 Titan Harvester Pack mod. So I'm not going through all the options on this, but this has a capacity of 2 million litres. There's no other option. It's 2 million litres. So it's not a gradual build up from the standard capacity. There may be one in between, then one further up. It's 2 million, bang. That's what it is. And you can see all the various different things, and you can see the one I've got. So there's all these different colours we can change. Body, chassis, cabin, extra, rim colour can all be changed. And then we've got up on the top there 790 or 700 horsepower for the 8800 or the 8900. Now these don't have, they're not faster speeds with harvesting or anything like that, because we come out there and we go to our harvester headers. This pack also comes with, where's the Titan one? There's the Titan one there. So again, we've got body, sides and shredder, but that green bit on the side won't change. 6 miles an hour, standard 13.8 meters, so no extended width. So basically it's a standard harvester with a larger capacity and then color options. So there's no super speed, there's no super width, nothing like that. It comes like that. Again, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And then you've also got this header here, part of the pack as well, the flex draper, the MacDon. You've got transport wheel option on this, design EU or US, then design color just does the end, and it's these ones here. So I can change the end plate, but if I go for any one of these other ones, it just does that. It doesn't seem to matter. Look, I've done orange on that one, green on that one, it just goes blue. So your options really are these first ones across the top, which are your sort of standard, your John Deere, MacDon Grey, you've got your Case, you've got your New Holland, CLAAS, and then the white goes blue as well. So again, that's something to be aware of. So that's the two headers on that and that one. So I come back into here. So that's that. Forage harvester is just here. So we've got the Katana forage harvester in the pack. Slot counts, let me just read the slot counts out on these. So the regular harvester was 20 slots, the header was 10. Oh, there was a corn header as well. I'll show you that in a minute. That's 11 slots. The forage harvester is 15 slots, and its header is 15 slots. There's a beet harvester, 16 slots. Header is 8. Spinach harvester, 19. Green bean harvester, 15 slots. Pea harvester, 19 slots. And the cotton harvester, I didn't write down what the slot count was. Apologies for that, but I could check it in just a moment. Anyway, so options on this again. Now this doesn't have a capacity, and again, doesn't run any faster. So basically with this one as well, we've got all the same options as usual. So you've got your 650, 847 horsepower. We've got tyre options, wheel setup, pipe standard long or short. Then again, cabin, body, roof, fender, pipe, extra, rim colour, license plate. So we've got a load of different colour options, and you'll see on the one we've got out. And then as far as the header goes, right down the very bottom, we have got the header there. Again, this has the various different options for the manufacturer, depending on what harvester you're going for, which is interesting because this goes with the Katana. So you'd think you'd have it on Fendt, but again, it's entirely up to you. Colour 1, Colour 2, Colour 3, so we can change various different colours on that. If I change, for example, that one to white, you'll see that's all of that. And again, it'd be a case of fiddling around with your colour choices and things on there. That's the forage harvester. I meant to show you there was a corn header, wasn't there? There we go. So you've got that one there, the North Star Titan Harvesterpack corn header. So you've got the shredder colour, body colour. If I change that, let's go green. Does all of that. And the tip is the very tips. You can change the colour of those. So there's your corn header. That's 9 metres wide. Then we move on to our next header on the list was, what did I say it was? Forage. Oh yeah, beet harvester. Come down to here. Under beet harvesters, so there we've got the Titan Harvesterpack. Now this one does have a different capacity as well. So again, different tyre choices, capacity. So standard, this one does have differences. 43,000 litres, 430,000 litres, or 2 million litres. So again, if you want to go big, you can. There's no super speeds on this or anything like that. Again, it's a standard speed. The same with the header. So I like the fact you've got a little more, lot more, too much more, 4 million litres, and then back to standard. And again, loads of different colour options. Again, you'll see the one I've got out. You can see all the different things that have been changed. But front bar, hull, stripe 1, stripe 2. If I do like stripe 1, that does... That I should have gone forward. Let's go white. There you go. That stands out. Stripe 2. Let's go white on that. Does that back one. Undercarriage is your undercrackers. They're all of that. Then you've got your chassis as well. Your grids does your metal grids. Rim colour, license plate on there. If we come out of there and we go to beet harvester headers. Now, what's curious with this is, if we go, for example, why is that one not showing? Lizard root. Oh, that's the header. The Colossus pack ones, I could have sworn. Oh, it doesn't matter. Considering it's brand new out, it doesn't show onions as an option, which I thought it might do. But anyway, that'll do all of them. So whereas the the Colossus harvester pack, you need different headers for the different things. This one, it's all in one. So it's one header. And again, options for the various different things, body, frame, blades, extra, cables and wire box. Can all be changed on the colours there. But again, runs at a standard speed, is 4 metres wide, no 10, 20, 50 metre wide. So it will still take you a long time to do a big field harvesting. You just won't have to keep unloading as often. That's kind of the point behind it. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is where, for me personally, this pack stands out, because with the new harvest crops, with the spinach harvester, green bean harvester and pea harvester, the capacities are okay. You know, they're not crazy big. The one that's got the smallest, is it green bean or pea? P. The standard P one is 3,700 litres, which is tiny. So you're constantly unloading that thing, and it can be a bit frustrating. So I did say a while back, it'd be really cool if we had different versions of these. Again, they don't go any faster, but there's our spinach harvester. And we click on that, we've got capacity standard. Now the standard is 350,000 litres. So again, there's not a 35,000 litres, then 350, then up. So we've got 350,000 litres, a lot more, 2 million litres, back again. So it's those two. And then we've got body colour, stripe, grid, shredder, header, hull, cabin, rim colour. And again, this will run at standard mile per hour when you're harvesting, standard on the road. but it's just the capacity that's changed, and then you can configure the colours on these. But oh, that's what I was going to say. So you've got all the different colour configurations, but the ladder and that sort of, there's a metal sort of grid box behind it, you can just see those, no matter what colour configurations you do, don't change colour. So that can really look quite, it contrasts with the colour choices you pick, so you have to kind of take that into consideration. If we go to the green bean harvester then, so we have got again tyre choice options. Capacity on this one, we start at 150,000 litres, 2 million litres, about 250. So like I say, there's not a smaller one. So I always used to say, like with the Colossus Harvesterpack and some of the other ones, it's like if you don't want to do the unrealistic stuff, that's absolutely fine. If you just want to be able to customize it and change the color configuration so you make it more personalized, that's great. And I will always say, it's okay if you don't like unrealistic stuff, you can just leave it in the standard capacity. However, the standard capacity hasn't been left with these. You have got 150 or 2 million. I mean, that's kind of it. And then, so I say, all the colour configuration options on there. And then we go to the P harvester. Just here, we've got crawl track or standard with wheels. Capacity on this one starts at 373,000 litres, 2 million, and back again. So you've got the base version, which is 3,700. There's not one that's 37,000, or, you know, I thought there might be a more incremental increase up. But again, like I say, I'm not knocking any of it. It gives you a whole load of new stuff, and you can see, like I've done for the various different colour configurations on different things to mix and match and make it yourself. It runs and sounds and looks and unfolds and does everything they all do like your standard harvesters. At the end of the day, they do the same job as all the other harvesters. There's your 9-metre header on that one. Oh, the cotton harvester. Forgot the cotton harvester. And then finally we've got the cotton harvester just there. This one, again, this is all colours because it runs at the same speed and it still does 10,000 litre bales. It's not like it does 100,000 litre bales, so you've got far less cotton bales on your field. It's standard. Other than that, it's just all the colour configuration options, but there is a cotton harvester on there as well, and I changed a few bits and bobs on that. And then these ones, like I say, they are in essence the standard ones. They've just got slightly larger capacities. As far as doors and windows and stuff, it's all standard. I don't think I came across anything that stood out as having loads of extra options on it. If we move the bunk up and down, it does all the same things your standard one does, just with massive capacities, which is pretty cool. Like I say, I mean, if you've done I think these would be, all of these, I think, this pack, the same as the Colossus Harvesterpack as well, really. If you've got a 4x map, 16x maps, which you don't have on console, and you've done a huge, I mean, like a monstrous field of any of these crops, then yeah, having to keep stopping and unloading, especially if you're playing on your own. Multiplayer is not as bad. I kind of get that, I really do. To be able to utilise 2 million litres worth of any of the crop types on these, I guess, and the one that had 4 million litres, you'd have to have done every single field on a standard map in that crop type with some of them, not all of them, obviously. But like I said, yeah, I mean, it's here, it's a pack, there's a ton of stuff, load of colour configuration options. I'm just doing as I always do. Here it is. You can be the judge and decide whether you want to use it or not. There we go. Next we have got the Strautmann VertiMix. Where did I put that in? Right there. This is by Hispano. This is the Strautmann VertiMix 1702, 11.6 megabytes download and 9 slots. You'll find this under Animals, under your forage mixers, and it is just there. Options on this: beacon light, yes or no. Window tinting up to 100%. Capacity 17,000 litres, which is your standard, or 200,000 litres. We've got main colour, which you can see what's the main colour. Design colour, let's just go white. There you go, does all that. Rim colour and license plate option on there as well. If we hop out, hop in, start it up. So, beacon on top, lights. So I did double check. If we unfold it as well, let's unfold Mixer Wagon, does that. We had one set, was it the Sadie by Mantrid? Where this front thing here, when you turn it on, so you can pick up your loose materials off the ground, go to a silage clamp and you can get your silage clamp. There was a version a while back where you could actually shred bales with it. So you could have your bales and it would suck up the bales, shred them. I tried it on a bale over there and it didn't work. That's not saying it won't work on all bales, but it didn't work on that. There's our lighting. And then we've got tip side. Where are we? Tip side left, tip side right. If we unload here, it opens up the flap for your tip. Close that. We come inside, and then we go R1. R1 side side. So R1 side side does that mirror. R1 up and down does that mirror. So you've got our mirror changes on there as well. That's your Strautmann VertiMix. Next we have got, and again this one, I'm not knocking the HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. So this is the Volvo Riedler pack. 78.02 megabytes download. Oh, I didn't say, did I? The Harvesterpack. That's 155.34 megabyte download for that pack. So this one is 78.02. The lorry is 38 slots. We have got the RH220 trailer, which is 11 slots, and the RUH, which 327, which is also 11 slots. So in essence, these are the base game ones with a few tweaks, bells and whistles, and some extra colour configurations. And again, apologies for skipping through them quite quickly, but like I said, we have got a huge amount to get done. So if we go to wood transport, there's your standard, and there's your standard RUH 327 trailer. There's not a 220 on this standard. So here's the modded version. As far as I can tell, engine horsepower is the same, 600, 700, 780. Wheel brand, Continental, Nokian, BKT, back to Continental. On Continental we've got those options. Front warning strips, yes or no. Roof setup, sleeper or globetrotter. So it's up to you what we go from there. Lollipop mirror lamps, that puts some little extra lamps down the side there. Mud flaps underneath, we've got a Riedler. On the back, we've got no, we've got warning signs, or we've got Volvo, back to Riedler. I think I went warning signs. Bull bar on the front, we've got yes, yes with lights. Back off again. Roof bar, no, yes, with lights, no. I'm going to leave it with lights because there's another option later on. Stanchion reflector colour, so the stanchions, we've got white, yellow, orange, red for the reflectors on those. And then back to white again. Headlight protection gives you a little grid over your headlights. Windscreen stone guard, yes or no. Aero parts, yes or no. That puts these little bits on the front, these lot of bubbly sort of lump bits on the front of the cab. Optical side windows, yes or no. So you can have those blacked out or not on the sides. Window truck cabin, tinted. 1, 2, back again. Window crane cabin, so we can do the window on that. That can be tinted on the back as well. Mirror caps, we've got cabin above colour, chrome, aluminium, black, black plastic, carbon, I think I went carbon, back to above colour. Sun shield, design 1, 2, 3, no. Flashing lights, yes or no. I went yes. Horn, yes or no. I don't think I put horns on. Then we've got this logo faceplate, design 1 and 2. That's on the front, so you've got the Volvo logo or Volvo across the front. We've then got back fenders we can have in black or vehicle colour. We've got light boards. Now the light board here, I'm not going to put them all on. If I put the light board on, it changes your lights on the top to smaller ones and puts a light board. So at the moment we've got Riedler, then Volvo, then we go AEB, so AEB, and then we basically go through every manufacturer alphabetically, and I mean everything. Everything is in it, and ones that you don't normally get, we've got all sorts. So you can put on one of those if you want to. Again, that's entirely up to you on there. Chainsaw holder, yes or no. Beacon lights, design 1, design 2. I think we had 5, 3, 4, 5. No, yeah. 5 beacon light options. Marker lights, front and rear. Front wheel arches in vehicle colour as well. Vehicle number, we had 1 through 16. Not sure why 16, but through to 16. Vehicle wrapping, we've got that design, or no. I'll put that one on just so you can see that. Then we've got the colour option changes. We can do that, does above, cabin middle, does that, cabin below, does that. Grill frame colour, that's all stuff on the front, so we can change the grill frame. Let's go yellow, does that around the outside. Grill colour, let's go green, does that. Grill insert colour. Plastic parts, I don't know, let's go white. So I mean the rest of the vehicles have got a load of options. Chassis colour we can change, sun shield colour if you've gone for a sun shield, holder colour and then colour itself. Chrome parts we can change, logo faceplate we can change, bull bar colour we can change, roof pipe at the top we can change, crane colour on the back we can change, windscreen stone guard can be changed, outer rim, inner rim, outer rim, and then vehicle wrapping colour. So if we go for example, let's go for a yellow, there you go. Then we've got inner rim, then license plate, so logoing on. Now the trailers are the same. We've got tyre choices. We've got a load of tail light options. Say load. We've got 3 tail light options. I've got so much more to get done as well. Mud flaps. We've got no. Design 1, design 2, design 3, no. Stanchion reflector colours, same as the previous one. Then we've got chassis colour, stanchion colour, side guards, outer rim, inner rim, license plate on that one. And then the same with that one just there. Exactly the same options. So, again, I'm not teaching Granny to suck eggs here. You can see how, like, I went for Stark Industries on the front there. Why not? Notice? Look. See the top lights have come on? Look, it can be done. Isn't it amazing? How many lorries we've got the option to have those lights on that top light bar, and when you roll through the light options they don't turn on. That does. Chicken lights and stuff on there as well, which is very cool. We have got the option for moving those when we're in position. I'd like to say pretty much like the standard one. I'm not going to unfold the crane. The crane unfolds. We've got supports for the legs, support for the crane. The crane moves up and down, side to side. The head rotates. All the stuff that cranes usually do. If we move to the trailer on the back, now this one is the, I'm trying to remember which one we went for. Oh, the 220 doesn't have any options. So we've got unfold truck is if we're going to be doing the, oh, we've got lift axle on there. Sorry, I forgot about the lift axle down. It does the lift axle like that. If we switch to the trailer, we should have the option for, where are we? Oh yes, the work mode, toggle work mode. We've got toggle work mode. That does one on the back, and then toggle work mode. So if you toggle work mode, it takes off the mud guards for off-road work. So you've got that on there as well as an option. So that one doesn't have an option to change. Let's switch to the next one, because the larger one, I mean again, pretty much the same as the standard. I make an assumption saying that, but click on that. So this one then we have the option, I think we can take off those guards as well. We can raise and lower the axle, so that axle's raised and lowered, which could be the other one. We have got the option to change our bunk sizes. So we go triangle, does that. Now circle does that, and then that, which extends it a little bit. Press it again, it extends it even further. Press it again, it extends it even further. And then even further still. So then when you've done your circles to extend, to bring it all back again, we press triangle, and then triangle brings it all back into place. Like that. And then did we have the option for, there we go, we can take the mud guards off that as well, on or off, for on-road or off-road use. Engine off. So I say, a lot going on there. A lot of options. That's not all of them today. Someone asked me the other day, let's move on to this very quickly. We got this one here. This is representative, and again you can change all the different colour options, but this little bit on the side there and the throat of the harvester didn't change colour. So you've got that really nice US option with the standard class throat on there. I don't know why that didn't change colour. It's a curious one. Anyway, this is the Pack Class Evion 410 to 450 series Montana. The Montana versions have the option, or they have fixed on them, that when you're doing your harvesting, the header tilts with the landscape. So if you're on a hillside, the header will stay on the hillside and the harvester kind of runs alongside it, so it follows. I think that's the Montana version. 29.43 megabytes download by the DesignFarmer. We've got the 410 is 20 slots, the 430 to 450 is also 20 slots, and the header we've got on there is 8 slots, 6.2 meters. What did I start off with? I started off saying something, didn't I? Oh yeah, I was asked the other day about mods and the mod reviews taking longer now, and someone said, I've been watching your mod reviews from a while back, watching some of your videos and let's plays, and you used to get more stuff out and they weren't as long. I said, you have to bear in mind as well how much stuff has changed since then, how much more complicated a lot of the mods are, how many more options there are on a lot of the mods now, how we've got a lot more mod packs out now. So when you're doing a mod review and you're showing a mod pack, like with the Titan pack, with all the equipment machinery, with all the colour configurations, with all the tyre options, with all the light options, with, you know, any of the mods you get like that. And we've had today particularly that pack, this one, that one, and this one coming up next. Tons and tons of options. That takes longer. It doesn't, you know, even if it's just 2 or 3 minutes each one, you've got a lot of extra time on there. Anyway, let's go to our standard harvesters and we'll look at the Evion. Right, so we have got just here. We'll start with the 410, just there. So we've got Continental, Vredestein, those two tyre choices. We've got without agricultural convoy, with on the rear only. Then front, then both, then back off again. We've got design standard. We've got the night edition, which is quite cool, I like that. Then the black edition. Again, the black edition, the throat doesn't change colour. The US edition, which looks really cool, the throat doesn't change colour. If that was yellow, perfect. Mwah. Then colour of the glass, blue, standard. We've got decal edition. Now, I'm going to have to go back on this because, again, depending on what option you've gone for, you can't see the decals. So you've got the decal 500,000th edition, and we've got the Demo Tour France version. Then back to standard on the decals. Beacon lights, LED or standard, license plate option there as well on that one. So 205 horsepower, 5,600 litre tank. Then we come to the 430, 450 Montana. So we've got 400, where are we? The 430 is 231 horsepower, the 450, 258 horsepower. 6,500 litre for the 430, 8,000 litre for the 450. Again, Continental, Vredestein, those two options. Again, with the Convoy Agricole, you've got the rear option, front option, both options off again. Again with the design, night edition, black edition, US edition. Colour of the glass, decals, beacon lights, license plate option on there as well. Come out of there and we go to our headers, and right down there we've got our header, standard, night edition, black edition, US edition. This one didn't have a corn header option. No, didn't have a corn header. So, as far as the harvester goes, there's our lights, horn, pipe, beacons. Then you've got the Convoy Agricole. If I detach the header, there you go, you see at the front, Convoy Agricole. Header reel, raise and lower. I think the last couple of mod reviews when we've had harvesters, I didn't show the header reel. I mean, it's a fairly standard thing now, but header reel option for up and down, in and out, if you want to add a bit more realism to your work. I don't think we had doors or windows on this one. R1 and right stick, there you go, does the end nozzle. But other than that, I think that was it on the options. If we come to the back, we have got the enable straw swath, or disable straw swath, and then we come to here, interior of the cab, like so. Pipe in, raise header, turn it on. It does the headery stuff that you would expect it to do. Oh, a bit bouncy when doing that. Engine off. There you go. That's the pack class Evion, which brings us to the last of the mods. It's another pack, and this one's a very cool pack as well. I was going to say, can you see this? Can you see this one? I mean, you might not be able to see it because it's camouflaged, but I have to say I do like the camo, especially with the dark green. Anyway, Well, I digress. Again, if you want some customization options, this is the thing. This is the John Deere 4213 4213 pack by Chris S. Riley S. 29.82 megabytes download. We've got the 9R 26 slots, the 9RX 29 slots, and we've got the trailer. I didn't write down the slot count. Apologies. Actually, like I say, we can. Where's our John Deereage? John Deere 9RX, John Deere. Oh, the cotton harvester. I didn't say what it was, did I? I said I'd find out. That was 13 slots. Where's the trailer? Did I go past it already? Oh, there it is. There's the trailer, and the trailer was 6 slots. Brilliant stuff. Glad we sorted that out. But they do look very cool with a ton of options. I do like having the big old tractors with the front 3-point as well. Makes them a lot more versatile. So if you want a lot of big machinery, big horsepower, but being able to run front stuff as well, I quite like that. I don't know if it has a PTO though. I don't think it does. So for your diehards that need PTO attachments. Anyway, large tractors is where you'll find these beasties. So we have got, so that's the 8R that downloaded automatically with the Stalk Stomper type thing. There's the 9R series. So we have got 484 horsepower, 539 horsepower, 594, 649, 691, 1,000 horsepower, and back. So if you want some oomph in your gear, Trelleborg, Michelin, I love that. I like the white writing on the sides. Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredstein, Nokian, back to Trelleborg. I'll show you on the Trelleborgs, wides, mediums, twins, narrow twins, triples. The triples do look very, very cool, I have to say. LSWs, back to standard. We'll go with the standards just so you can see what's going on. Design EU and US, changes a few bits here and there, takes those bits off, puts little stalks and things on. It's just, subtle changes, triangle on the back, that kind of thing. Front weight, we've got no, yes, with a frame, 600 kilo, 1000, 1400, 1800, 3-point link, no. Wheel weights, we've got none. We've got front, we've got rear, we've got both. You can see the whole thing sag when you're doing it. With the front, the rear goes down a little bit, both, boom, down it comes, very cool. Actually, I'll leave that on both. Beacon light, we've got blink 1, blink 2, not 182. Rotate, so you've got rotating beacons, or back to blink 1. I think I meant blink 1 on one and blink 2 on another. Now this says exhaust colour. I'm assuming that's, so we've got standard, we've got black, green, yellow, back to standard. I'm making an assumption that's the exhaust smoke, because the exhaust stack doesn't change colour, and I didn't check when I drove them out, so we'll have a look. Brands, yes or no, so you don't have to have the John Deere decals on if you don't want to, but they are John Deere, so you'd think you would. Window tint, standard, medium, dark, green, yellow, red, blue, purple, orange, special, back to standard. They've got daytime running lights. You've got none. You've got white, yellow, green, red, blue, back to none. I think I went one with red, one with yellow, I think I went. Then you've got camouflage, yes or no. So if you want to camouflage it up, you can. It's up to you. Attacher back, it comes standard 3-point, although it's charged you, but it's 3,200. It's not a lot, is it? Or additional weight. So additional weight takes off the 3-point, gives you additional weight, but then gives you just a singular hitch. And then we've got main colour, and then we've got options for, if we go down to the John Deere's, we've got satin, we've got metallic, we've got chrome in the green and the yellow, and there's all sorts of other colours. We've got browns, and there's bronzes and coppers, and you name it, you can fiddle around with it. Engine, now that's inside. Don't know if you can see through the engine grill gap. Let's go orange, so you might be able to see. That wasn't orange. See through the gap there? It's just about to change. So you can change the engine colour. Grid colour, let's go yellow, just so you can see the grid colours. So all the grids change. And again, you can go for a metallic or something like that if you want to, but just so you can see. The plastics we can change. Let's go with that so you can see the plastics. Whoa, that's a bit chromy. That's for your tanks. Your decal colour. Let's go, I don't know why I'm going for this, but there you go. You can change the decal colours on there. Design colour, let's go blue. Does all of that. Interior colour, I'm not going through all the interior colours. You've got interior 1, interior 2, interior 3, hub colours, inner rim colour, outer rim colour. Actually, let's go outer rim colour, let's go green. There you go. Outer rim, there's inner rim. Wheel weight colour, we can change that as well. Let's go for that, for example. License plate option as well. So, a lot going on. Then we come to the 9RX. So, we've got 539 horsepower, 594, 649, 691, 1000 horsepower. Or back at, I could have sworn one of these was 1,000. Was 5,000 horsepower. Did I dream that? Hang on, let me just double check something. Was that the last one? Did I miss? Oh yeah, sorry. I stopped at 1,000. 5,000 horsepower. I'm thinking, I'm sure there was. So if you go for, we're at 31 miles an hour. The 1,000 horsepower is 50 miles an hour, and the 5,000 horsepower is 200 miles an hour. I think I went for one of those on. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm sure there was one. Anyway, so this will go up to 1,000 horsepower if you want the 1,000. Crawl track broad, 3 metre broad, back to standard crawl track. EU US, front weight options the same, blink options are the same, exhaust the same, brands the same, all of it. Running lights, camouflage, attached on the back, and then colours, configurations. We can change all the bits and bobs on there too. Actually, let me just show you the interior colour. Let's go orange. That does those bits, so steering wheel and bits and bobs to the side. Interior colour 2, let's go blue. Does all of that. So again, you can fiddle around. Interior colour 3, let's go with a dusky pink. Does all of that. So you can really kind of go to town on it. So jump in, start it up. So yeah, I did my running lights red on this one. Your daylights. Lights are pretty cool. Now, did I go standard or what did I go for exhaust on this? Yeah, look, you can see the exhaust smoke coming out as yellow. It is the exhaust smoke. As you start to roll coal. So this one's the 1,000 horsepower because it goes up to 50 miles an hour. Then maybe I didn't do one that does to 200. You can see the exhaust smoke there. We don't have doors or windows, I don't think, that open and close. It's just a nice looking bit of kit, it really is. I know we've got John Deere's, we've got 9Rs, we've got 9RXs and stuff, but like I say, I like all the customization options. I like the extra horsepower, you know, and the configuration. I love an LSW. I'm a big fan of that. So the trailer, we haven't shown that. If we go to, hang on, what am I doing? I was in the right place. There we go. Trailers, and it's here. So there's the 4213 trailer, 30 grand for the base version. Capacity standard 18,500. If you like your stuff base version, bang, you can leave it. We've then got 37,000 litre. We've got 250,000 litre, 500,000 litre, 1 million litres, 5 million litres, 10 million litres. Then back again. So I mean, you could, in essence, the price that for 1 million litres, 5 million litres, 10 million litres is 40 grand. Let's say we go down to 1 million, 31,000 to buy that for 1 million litre. You can have those as silos. Just have a load of trailers lined up. That's a silo. Done. Bosch. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian. If I go to Trelleborg, I'll show you on those. Not all of them obviously have the same options, but we've got that one, that one, that one, that. I'm sure we had a twin somewhere, which I went for. There you go, twin wheels. Back to twin radials. Brands on or off. Rear warning sign, EU or US. Rear light styles, EU or US. Rear guard lights. So rear light guards. The main colour, again, we can play around with whatever you want. So if you want to go for it to be John Deere green, you can. Chassis colour, we can go for a more metal-y kind of JTM silver. If you want to, again, it's up to you. Design colour does all those bits. Inner rim, outer rim, license plate on there as well. We can't change the decal colour. That stays the same. So that's something to bear in mind. With a load of capacity. Now I've got 1.5 million litres of green beans in there, and it barely looks like I've touched the sides. I think I went for a 5 million litre on this one. With the yellow smoke. 50 mile an hour will help you get around some of your bigger maps, or just get around your maps a lot quicker. So we've got tip side back. Oh right, so you've got tip side back or tip side instant. It does say missing thing, but if it takes a long time, for example, we've got a lot on here, so if we start overloading now. Why is that not giving me the option? Oh, there you go. Unload. So that will gradually work its way out. Oh, it's going at a fair speed. If you haven't seen one of these trailers, the Colossus Harvesterpack does the same thing. Tip side instant, and now we do it, it'll go wallop. Boom. The whole lot gone in one go. So, if you'd rather unload quicker, again, with all this, if you don't want to do the unrealistic stuff, you don't have to. It's a nice pack. This would be really cool if this was like a Lego set, wouldn't it? Imagine if that was a Lego set. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking down at my shelf at it. Anyway, and then we've got this one here. Oh yeah, I did. Hang on a minute. Am I losing my marbles here? Large tractors. There. Engine setup. 539, 594, 649, 691, 1000. The 1000 goes at 50 miles an hour. Do the crawler track options make a difference? How in the world did I manage to do that? What's happened? 691, 1000, then back to... Hang on. Am I losing my mind here? 691, 1000, 5000. Huh? Oh, maybe it runs through a second set. Oh, it does, doesn't it? You twit. We've got power shift. That's why it did it. 1000 on the power shift, then we go to CVT, then we run through the CVT options. I thought I was losing my mind. There we go, we got a 5000 on each. So I'm thinking, this says 200 miles an hour. Again, no doors or windows. I went for the yellow daytime running lights. I know it's difficult in camouflage to see it properly, but yeah. What's cool is, I never thought you'd get a power slider. Woohoo! Give it the beans. There we go. 5,000 horsepower, 200 mile an hour, John Deere. Again, if you want it, if you don't want it, just get the standard version. Have a fiddle around. But there you go. That's all of that. That's the mods. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.